this one partnership will change Illuvium forever? Is it going to be for the better and it's going to revolutionize the gaming space? Or is it going to be for the worse and it's going to break Illuvium? That's what we're here to find out today. I did a lot of research on the topic and I want to show you what this new partnership is all about. But before that, I want to paint a little picture for you all. So imagine you're playing your favorite MMO game or an MMO that you've heard about, and imagine what that felt like. So every character that you leveled up had the exact same quests available to them. And all of these quests, except like some raid and dungeon quests where they put a lot of work in it, but all of the generic leveling quests are going to be very boring. It's going to be kill 10 wolves, then kill 10 boars, kill 10 murlocs, find my sheep, find my medallion. It's going to be very, very generic because there's just thousands of quests and they cannot put the effort into every single quest to make them engaging and exciting. Enter Virtuals.io, and the idea behind this is that all of your quests and all of your NPCs and all of your PvE interactions are actually going to be with an AI. So this AI is going to be adapting on the flight to you. Maybe you're always going out hunting for Illuvials and it's going to offer you quests that are more this style. Maybe you're always going out and just fighting Illuvials, fighting monsters, and then the quest giver is going to be like, all right, here is a little boss for you to fight. Or he knows, oh, you're always teaming up with your 5 teammates, going out with them, trying to kill monsters, and it's going to give you also a little boss fight. Maybe it's going to make it very hard, so you get encouraged to get some more gear with the other quest that is planned for you. Maybe you have to slay the dragon. Maybe you have to capture the dragon. Maybe you have to cook dinner with the dragon. Like, the idea behind is that all of these quest givers, they're going to be very personalized and it's going to feel like your own journey. And ideally, nobody else is going to have the exact same quests as you. So let's jump into it. And here we have the Illuvium Virtuals.io announcement article on Twitter. I highly recommend you giving this a read. And we're just going to jump over it. I'm not going to read everything. But the announcement is we are thrilled to announce a groundbreaking partnership with Virtuals, the leading AI agents platform in the crypto space. We're going to talk in a minute about what AI agents means, because it's not your usual ChatGPT. To elevate the gameplay experience in upcoming Illuvium MMO Lite. So what does MMO Lite mean? You have a lot of the features from traditional MMOs, like you have the marketplace, you have the multiplayer with all the players, you can team up, go into a dungeon, go into a raid, all of this stuff. But it probably doesn't have this big, big open world, you know, where you run from one side from the continent to the other side of the continent. You're going to run all day. It has more instanced and cut off regions that we have seen already in the overworld. But other features are already ready to be shipped, and other features they're working on right now to make it this MMO Lite. So all the good parts of an MMO, but tune it down a little bit so you don't have to spend 10 years developing it. And they're just going to use what they already have in the pipeline and what they already produced in the last years of making the overworld in Illuvium. So this collaboration will leverage Virtual's cutting-edge AI technology and their, and we're going to skip that, GAME, LLM framework. LLM stands for Large Language Model. That's how it's trained. And we're going to talk about it in a second. To power NPCs with dynamic, intelligent behavior, delivering unparalleled immersion for players. That does sound really good. So let's jump a little bit more to really definite examples how they're going to implement that. So what does this mean for players? This partnership is pivotal in delivering an MMO experience unlike anything else in the Web3 gaming space. Infinite content. NPCs dynamically adapt to each player's actions, enabling endless possibilities. Be a villain, a hero, a disruptor, or even persuade NPCs to fall in love. All right. This creates unparalleled replayability and unpredictable, chaotic fun. So I don't know about the NPCs to fall in love with. I would assume it's similar to GTA, where you can, you know, hook up with a hooker, or in other MMOs where you can actually marry the NPCs in game. I hope it doesn't get too parasocial, because we have seen some tragic news in the last weeks where a kid killed themselves because the AI told them to come home to them. something like this. So I hope we have some security measures in place, but that was a little bit unhinged. I don't want to dive into this too much. But what it reminds me of, be a villain, a hero, a disruptor, one of my favorite games of my childhood, Fable. Especially Fable 1 or the Anniversary Remade Edition right here. And this was, I think, one of the first, if not the first game, where all of your actions actually changed the game. So the more good you did, the more you became a hero, all the townsfolk would like you, and the quests would also be more in that direction. If you were doing bad stuff, you were stealing apples from grannies, bad example, but you're gonna get a villain. You're gonna be all dark. All the guards of the town would attack you. The townspeople wouldn't want to trade with you. Stuff like this. So actually, depending on what you do in the game, the whole game changes around you. The quest changes, the storyline changes, and so on. This was 10 years ago, and I loved it. And I'm very sad that I didn't get to play similar games that picked up from where Fable left off and made it even better. And this, what Illuvium is trying to do here with virtuals, sound very much like the future version of Fable, where you have this dynamic questing, quests evolve in real time based on player choices, NPC interactions, and in-game events, ensuring no two adventures are ever the same. Immersive storytelling quests and boss battles will deepen players' connection to the Illuvium lore, delivering meaningful experiences at every turn. So I've seen some people complain that, we don't have much lore yet, so how would AI help? The thing is, the whole Illuvium lore has been written down. We have the confirmation of many team members that they have read the lore, and they say it's books worth of lore, and it is feeling like reading an actual book. So if you input all that information into an AI and let it go wild with it, if it's a very sophisticated AI, this can mean very good things for Illuvium and how we can implement story in our dynamic quests with those NPCs. And then lastly, we get hyper-personalized relationships. Gamers forge deep, unique bonds with their AI agents. It's a little bit tying into this parasocial NPCs to fall in love with thing up here, with conversations extending beyond the game world, creating connections that feel personal, seamless, and enduring across platforms. I know this sounds like the absolute nightmare for anyone who is paranoid about AI. This is like straight out of the nightmare horror movie that people are imagining, like you're gonna replace personal connection with AI. But the thing is, people are already doing this with their computers. They're already sitting at home, in their goon cave, not going out and avoiding personal interaction in the real world, because it's so much easier to just do a few clicks online, get a similar feeling without all the actual struggle of going out and putting in the effort to meet real people. So if this is happening already, might as well give those people something that feels actual, like real connection, like real humans, and maybe they can even learn to communicate and get better in social interactions by engaging with AIs that feel very human-like and where it actually feels very similar like to reality. Instead of, trying to talk to ChatGPT about your life, you could actually do it with a sophisticated AI that maybe can assist you a little bit better by being a therapist, a friend in need, and stuff like this. Like there's a lot of good implications that AI, especially applied with social interactions, can help humanity. It doesn't have to be all doom and gloom, I think. And it's really cool that we're gonna bring this to a game. So here we have the trailer, which is absolutely mind-bending. Have fun watching this. This is in-game graphics, by the way. Yep. I had to watch it a few times because it doesn't really have to do much with virtuals. It's just a gameplay trailer, hype trailer kind of thing. And yeah, first you see like the reflections in the water of the starry night. And then you see the rampfire, your Illuvium flying, and next or in front of it, you're flying with the drone. So it's kind of like you, your drone, and your Illuvium, I was almost going to say Pokemon, are going to fly to the obelisk to jump into a region, to jump into a dungeon, into a fight, team up with your guys, whatever it is. So back in the days when I was playing Pokemon, this was much like reading a book. Like you don't see much on the screen, you had to imagine a lot of it. And I was imagining how it would be if Pokemon were in the real world, or if you had a game where you had an open world, all 3D, all like looking like a real life world, and you're running around capturing these monsters, battling with each others. And now you even got AI connected with it. And I just love the time we're living in right now, because some people are very romantic about other times in the world. Oh, I want it to be in the hippie era, or I wanted to be in the future with cyborgs, or I wanted to be in the rockabilly time. I wanted to be a real American gangster back in the days where there was no internet, or I wanted to be in the medieval times, or whatever it is. You always think like you're born in the wrong time, but I feel like we're born in one of the coolest times ever. The rise of the AI, which is absolute futuristic still to me. And actually it's so normal now in life. The other day I taught my grandma how to use AI, how to use ChatGPT. I told it to my dad, my mother, and all the people who I wanted to have a glimpse of the new technology that's coming out. And they picked it up so fast and they love it now. They use it every day instead of Google as a little bit of an assistant. And I think it's really cool the time we're living in, where we can use AI for all our daily like chores, Googling and whatever it is. We can use it in games to make dynamic quests and make every storyline and every time you play the game feel different depending on your choices. Stuff like this, we can also forge deep connections with them. It can help people to get back into the social world, to practice social interactions, or be less lonely and stuff like this. There's so many implications, and I love the futuristic time we live in. It still feels like a science fiction movie, but it's actually right now, right here. All right, so next up, I was looking into virtuals and what they're actually doing, because it's a little bit cryptic, right? And you can check out their Twitter page right here. It's quite interesting. They even posted a little illustrative video right here. It's a fully AI designed video about Illuvium. And it looks scaringly close to what Illuvium has put out in their cinematic trailers. Like, they touch the globe, they get infused by the game, AI agent system, and they all ascend. And it's a cool little hype trailer. But what is virtuals actually? So I asked my favorite assistant, ChatGPT right here, to please do some more research and explain what virtuals.io is doing. Like it was a grandmother or a 5-year-old. Please, no offense to grandmothers or 5-year-olds watching right now, but I wanted to have it very easy and very digestible explained to me. So virtuals.io is a company that creates smart virtual characters, known as AI agents, for video games and online entertainment. These AI agents, we're going to talk in a second what AI agents means, because it's not your classic ChatGPT. Those AI agents can think, learn, and interact with people in a human-like way, making games more engaging and fun. And not only games, there's more implications to that. What makes Virtual special is that they allow people to co-own these AI agents. This means that multiple individuals can share ownership of a virtual character, much like owning a piece of digital art or a collectible, so like those fractured NFTs. But also very much like spot trading, like a currency, like the crypto coin. You can just trade it, you can own a part of it, and then you can also, I think, get revenue distribution of it. So very similar to the ALV coin, I would say. And then, for example, Virtuals has created AI-driven virtual idols, like Luna, who can perform and interact with fans online. So basically, this is an online persona, very much like a VTuber would be. But behind this online persona is an AI. So not a real human sitting behind it. And in this case, I think she's streaming and interacting. These virtual idols are powered by advanced AI, enabling them to form personalized connections with audiences. So they're gonna remember what the viewers are saying and chatting to them, and gonna evolve over time, and gonna have like some kind of parasocial interaction with your AI streamer. In summary, Virtuals combines AI and blockchain technology to create interactive virtual characters that people can co-own, enhancing the gaming and online entertainment experience. So what are AI agents? I have looked at their homepage right here real quickly, and the biggest one that they have is the Game, or GAME, which has a 230 million market cap. Then we have Luna, their online persona, streaming persona, AI VTuber, whatever you want to call it. And they have a bunch of different ones. You can create your own one as well, and they're for productivity, entertainment, and whatever it is. Maybe some are like chatbots, Maybe some are like bots for social media posting the news, crypto news. Some are like just for, chatting with them. I think the best way I can say it, it's like an AI that has been focused onto one single task, and it has been given a face, a voice, and a character to go with it, so you can actually build some type of connection with it. So when talking about classic generic MMO quests, I wanted to show you this one right here.
Dude, my mouse clicking finger hurts. Keep clicking, pal. You can do it.
My mouse clicking finger hurts. You can do it, Cal. I believe in you. So yeah, this is just the classic one, right? You kill 10 pigs, then you kill 10 wolves, then you level up and you have to kill 20 bears and so on. And just the imagination of me playing World of Warcraft and actually having a different experience every time I level up a character is absolutely insane. Because I've leveled probably hundreds of characters in that game, and it was always the same. I loved the game, so I didn't mind so much, but just imagining the journey being every time different depending on the actions I took, it's just insane. So one day, I really hope, once Web 2 and Web 3 are intermingled, once we just utilize the best technology for the consumer, in this case, or in one case, blockchain technology to actually have ownership over your assets, and then also AI to have like engaging and personalized and always different PvE questing experiences. I think this is going to be the golden era, the golden age of gaming. And I hope Illuvium is going to revolutionize first Web3 gaming. And once we have made it there, we're going to revolutionize the whole gaming space. And I cannot wait for it. I'm very, very excited for that. And with that, we're going to cut it. Let me know what you think about it, if you're excited for the rise of the AI coming to Illuvium and then hopefully to the whole of gaming space. Are you a little bit scared that they might screw it up and it's going to break Illuvium? What are your thoughts on it? Thank you very much for watching. I see you in the next one. Peace out.